At my midnight shift, I never thought the two patients arriving in critical condition would destroy everything I believed in and reveal the cruelest betrayal of my life. What I saw under those hospital lights changed me. Forever stay till the end, because the twist will break your heart and heal it at the same time. And if you want more stories that burn with pain and rise with power, subscribe now to our channel and join the family of broken hearts who found strength again. It was almost midnight when the emergency siren screamed outside the hospital, echoing down the cold white corridors. I had been on night duty for the third day straight, my eyes heavy, but my heart still steady. Then the door burst open, to stretchers rolled in one after another. The nurse shouted, "We have to accident victims. Critical." I rushed forward, pulling on my gloves. My body moved before my mind caught up, and then the world froze, because on the first stretcher, lying pale, covered in blood, was my husband, his wedding ring still shining faintly under the harsh lights. And beside him on the second stretcher was my sister-in-law, his own younger sister, unconscious, her face bruised, her hand clutching something I couldn't see. My heart stopped. I wanted to scream, but training held me still as the team shouted vitals, heart rate, oxygen. I moved mechanically, my soul numb. We tried everything. Defibrillator, oxygen drips. The beeping machines echoed like a cruel clock, marking every second of truth that I wasn't ready to face. Finally, when the chaos slowed, I stepped back, breathing hard, my eyes blurry with tears and confusion. What were they doing together at this hour? How did this happen? The police officer who brought them whispered, "Car crash near the old highway. Looks like they were coming from the Hill Resort together." I felt my stomach twist, because that was the same resort he once said he would take me for our anniversary last year. I remembered his excuses, the extra meetings, the late nights. Suddenly, every memory started falling apart like glass breaking in slow motion. I found her purse among the wreckage, bloodstained inside it. There was a photo of them together, smiling at that same resort, dated just 2 weeks ago. My hands trembled. I couldn't breathe. My heart broke into pieces, but I couldn't let anyone see. I had to be the nurse, not the wife, not the betrayed woman. I had to stay until the shift was done, because they were my patients now. The cruelest punishment of all. Hours passed. The storm outside calmed, but inside me the storm grew louder. He was in the ICU. She was stable, but in a coma. I watched the monitors blink like cold eyes, judging me. I wanted to hate him, but part of me still prayed he would live, just so I could ask him why. Then the doctor said his condition was critical. He might not make it through the night. I stood by his bed, the machines breathing for him, his chest rising slowly. I whispered, "Do you even know who held you together when you were breaking? Someone you betrayed." Then a soft sound came from the other side of the curtain. Her monitor beeped faster. She was waking up. I walked toward her, every step heavy. Her lips trembled, and she whispered so faintly that I almost missed it, "I am sorry. I never meant for you to find out like this." I stared at her, numb. "What do you mean?" Her eyes filled with tears. "He didn't want you to know. He tried to end it tonight. That's why we were arguing in the car. He wanted to tell you everything, but the brakes failed." I felt the ground disappear beneath me. He wasn't cheating anymore. He was trying to confess. They were coming back from the resort where he planned to end that secret once and for all, because he wanted to start again with me. My throat closed. My knees gave way. I cried, not from anger, but from the unbearable truth that I had hated him in the last hours of his life, when he was only trying to make things right. Suddenly the alarm rang. His heart rate dropped. I ran to his side, calling his name. We fought to bring him back, but life had already left him. I stood frozen, staring at the stillness that once was my world. Her hand reached For mine weak trembling, and she whispered he wanted me to tell you he never stopped loving you and that he is sorry for everything. And in that moment I realized revenge had no meaning, only forgiveness could set me free. I kissed his forehead, tears falling on his cold skin, and whispered the first forgive you. The storm inside me broke into calm light. Month later I still work the midnight shift. Sometimes when I walk past the ICU I feel a soft warmth around me, as if he is still there watching, protecting, and maybe that's the miracle. Love doesn't die, it just changes its shape and keeps guarding the one it couldn't stay with.